Hey everyone, just started the live. We want to let some folks come in as notifications are going to be going off. This is my third live that I've done in as many days. I did one Friday, I did one Monday, I did one Tuesday. I didn't do anything over the weekend. And today I'm doing another one. And maybe I'll show up tomorrow. But these lives are going really well. So welcome to everyone as you come in. Today I'm going to talk about Skool, the Skool platform, and how you can use it as a lead magnet, a way to build an audience for free without having to have websites or CRMs or all of this tech stuff. I'm going to cover this in great detail during my workshop inside of my communities, inside of both of my school communities on Saturday, this Saturday, August the 30th from 9 to 11 Central Time. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, just let me know. But as I let people come in here, I'm going to start really talking about Skool. So feel free to say hello, say chat. Um, I have had three different school communities. I've started three different school communities, and I have two now. The first community that I opened was my mastermind, and I was actually on another platform. I was on Mighty Networks, and I was coaching people one to one. And a few of my one to one clients said to me, I love your calls, Brian. I love working with you one to one, but I would like to know that there's other people like me that are going through the same thing, like that are challenged to start a business, that are having the same doubts and fears that I have. And two people said that, and that was enough for me to open the group. Like, I think I literally opened up the group that day, and I was on a different platform, like I said, Mighty Networks. And we were there for a little bit. I just didn't really like the platform as much as maybe some other options out there. And then I heard, as you all know, I'm a big fan of Hormozy, but then I heard him talking, he invested in Skool and he was promoting Skool. And I said, all right, I'll check this out. Like, I'm pretty much pro anything he does. And I moved the mastermind over to Skool and started. It looked a lot different back then. I probably have been over there for about a year. I've been on Skool for about a year now, but I went over to Skool. And at that time, the people who were winning the school games, which was a monthly thing, now it's a quarterly thing, they were all using this free to paid model. So you would have a free group and you would use the free group as kind of like the nurture ground to get people to go into your paid group. And that's exactly what I had. I had a free version of the mastermind as it exists today. It was called W2 Prison Break Nation Free. And I referred to them as the yellow group and the blue group. The mastermind is the blue group. And the free group I would do onboarding calls with everyone. So I would do one-to-one calls with everyone, and I would try to literally pitch them into the paid group, like the mastermind, which was at that time, I think the lowest price I ever offered for the paid group was maybe $24 a month or $215 per year, which I have a lot of members that are on that plan. But it looked different then. I didn't do any one-to-one coaching in there. Now I do one-to-one coaching, so it's a true mastermind. But I shut the free group down because it was just getting too difficult to manage and nobody engaged in there. And that was also my fault. Like, I didn't do a good job of engaging inside of the free group. And the people who were the biggest engagers moved to the paid group. So it was very difficult. And then I had this idea for my current group, Mindset School, which is a low ticket group. It's not free, it's low ticket. And I will show you what Mindset School looks like because I'm allowed to share my screen here. And as people come in, please share your questions or your thoughts or your comments. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to take Q&A here. So as I go through, this is Mindset Schools that exist right now. I have 216 members. Two or three of them are me. So I think there's about 213 or 214 paid members. And when I started this group, okay, this is where everybody lands. So I'm just going to give you like a tutorial of what Skool looks like. So when somebody clicks on Mindset School, they end up right here. And this is the first thing that people see, right? Which is what's referred to as the about page. So they look at this, where fear, overthinking, and doubt go to die. Like that's the thing that they actually see. And you want to make sure that that is, because if it's not awesome, then people are going to click off, right? So you want to make sure that this looks really, really good and speaks their language and speaks their pain, or something that they might be actually, challenged with. So I've spent a lot of time on these slides and they've been the same for a long time. And typically when people land on here, they'll read this and then they'll make a decision if they want to continue to read more. Most of the people that I are in my community have said that overthinking is the thing that really gets them. And I know that because I asked them inside the group, and I'm happy to show you that in a minute as I walk through this tutorial here. But the next thing that they'll do is they'll look at the about page, and this is really your landing page. So if you've ever wanted to start, like if you get stuck by websites and tech and landing pages and CRMs, like this is your landing page. This is your sales page. And you don't need to have a website. You can literally just take people right to this page right here. And I like to use the model of headline. So Mindset School is where overthinking ends and your first wins begin. So when you're thinking about your own group, starting your own group, this is and this is what I tell all of my students to do, is just go in and screenshot all of my stuff, my slides, my about page copy, and put it into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to make it, modify, use this as a template, and then make it for my group, for my niche. Use the same format, and let's follow something similar here. And a lot of my clients will do that. A lot of my students will do that. And that seems to work very, very well. And then once they're here, they got to make a decision, right? They're either going to do one of three things. They're either going to, after they read this, they're going to say, okay, I feel good about this and I'm going to sign up. And then over here where it says settings, it would just simply say join now or start free trial. I'm actually running a free trial right now. So this says start your trial. And I don't know how long I'm going to have the trial for. Or they might just go through some of these other slides. Like here's a testimonial. Here's another testimonial. Here's a little bit about me. Here's what to do. Join now, no contracts, cancel anytime. And then there's a video that I put together, which is last. So this might be like the last thing that they watch that helps them with making a decision on me. And then they can join, or they're going to just leave, right? They're going to leave and they're not going to join. And if that happens, then I retarget them. And how I do that is with ads. So one of the cool things about, and I just took the screen share off. I'll put it back on here in a minute. And anyone who's in here, hello, welcome. Don't be shy. Feel free to ask questions or not. That's up to you. But I retarget that. So one of the cool things about running Facebook ads, and I've spent over $25,000 on Facebook ads in the last 2 years, is Facebook knows when people, I'll share my screen again. Facebook knows when people have gone to this page. So when someone lands on this page, Skool tells Facebook that, Brian went to this page and he visited it. And then that I can tell Facebook to show Brian, in this case, me, I'm speaking about me, a retargeting ad, an ad that says, hey, and my ads literally say, hey, I saw you were checking out Mindset School, but you didn't join. Let me help you. Like, let me tell you a little bit more. And then sometimes people will buy on the retargeting ad, and it goes to a very, very small group of people. But if you don't have that set up, then you miss that retargeting opportunity. And I get a lot of people that come and join from running ads. If you guys want me to show you my ads account, I'm happy to do that. Let me do that. Do you guys want me to show you my ads account? Is that something that you would be interested in? for this walkthrough here? Are you interested in looking at my ads? Only one person has to say yes, and I'll show it. Otherwise, I won't show it. But I'm happy to do it because this is how I get people to come to the group. I use Thomas. Thank you. Sure. He said, sure, no problem. See, that's all it takes. It's one person to say yes. So I will show you my ads account, and I'm going to show you what I'm currently doing right now. And I'm actually getting ready to run new ads. All right. Now, if you have not seen an ads account before, I take that off. Don't be overwhelmed. So this is the last 30 days. So I'm going to go all time maximum on this. All right. Which is from I started running ads to Mindset School on June the 27th. I have 51 purchases. I'm getting ad fatigue now. And what that essentially means is that my ads are starting to, flame out a little bit. They're not as, it's a real thing, right? They've been running for a couple of months. They're not as effective as they were in the beginning. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. It just really is. Like, because as it reaches colder and colder audiences that aren't as likely to buy, it just gets harder. You have to really, really up your budget. So I'm just going to make new ads. That's the answer. I'm going to make new ads. But if I look here, I've been running this for about 2 months and I've got 51 total purchases. This is my best ad campaign by far. Now, I spent almost $3,000 to get those 51 purchases, and then I got 2 on retargeting, right? Which is, like I said, people came to the page, they left, I showed them a retargeting ad, and they signed up. ROAS, which is purchase return on ad spend. So what this means essentially is if I spend $1, I make 28 cents on the front end. So you could look at this as I'm losing money, but I look at this a different way. This is a monthly though. So this is, if I have a $9 school group, which I do, then it only records the first purchase, not the entire, how long they stay. Like if they stay for 6 months or a year, Facebook doesn't know this. So I'm spending $3,000 to get 51 customers. And I also have I have 4-figure products. So the question that I would want you guys to ask yourself is, and I'll ask this in the workshop on Saturday, is it costs me $58 to get a client, to get a customer. And I have 4-figure products that I sell. Is that a trade that you would make? Would you make that trade? Would you pay $58 to get a customer, knowing that you could sell them a $1,000 or $2,000 or $6,000 thing? Like, just leave in the chat. Would you make that trade? Because that's what I look at. I don't look at the ROAS. I look at this right here. How much it costs me to get a customer, because I know what my lifetime value is and I know what I can sell them. So here's what's starting to happen. And this is why the ad fatigue is real. So this is the lifetime click-through rate, or the unique click-through rate. Like, they clicked on and they went to the about page. 4.57 maximum since I started running the ad. But and I do have 3 ads in this set as well. So which is, I have a 2 picture ads and I have a walking down the street. I have one where I was walking down the street. That one performed the best. That one got the most purchases. It got 40 purchases. It got the most spend towards it. It was also the most costly ad, well, with the exception of this one. But in terms of the purchase, now, why are these ROAS different? Some people signed up for annual, some people signed up for monthly. So when they sign up for annual, the initial purchase looks longer, looks much better. But this has the best click-through rate, 4.67, which means they clicked on the ad and went to the about page, right? So now we're looking at let's look at the last 14 days. It's already down to 2.75. So the fatigue is real. Like, it's just starting to wear off. And let's see the last 7 days, 2.4. Like, I've changed nothing on the ad. I've literally changed nothing. It's just been a situation where they've been running for a long time and it's just a little bit harder to convert. And I haven't really changed the about page either. Like, everything has been the same. I just have not been getting the sales like as much as the previous maybe 14 days or 28 days or even, maximum all time. So I got to make new ads. That's it. and they don't last forever. And does anybody have any questions on that? Like, did that all make sense on the ad campaign that I showed? And I'm working on new stuff, and I'll probably will do all videos. Um, but that's a great way to get to get people to the page is running ads, and especially with, like, if you have a school community that's under $50, like you can have success running paid ads. You just have to make sure that your ads are good. You have to make sure that your about page copy is good and your offer is good. Like, ads work. A lot of people are afraid to run ads because they think that they're going to be wasting money. And you're only wasting money if you are making bad decisions in terms of, like, I run the ad and then I shut it off in 2 days if I don't make any money. And this has been the most successful campaign. If I go back to this here, I go back to the campaign. I'm happy to show you guys my ads account again. But these three ads right here are part of an ad set where I literally changed nothing except for the countries and the age. So the only thing on this ad set is the countries that it's being shown to and the age, 35 to 55 plus, and all genders. So what I'm essentially doing here is I'm telling Facebook that you are way smarter than me at targeting, and go find my people. Like, there's a lot of there's a sorry, I realize that you probably couldn't see. So I got to click the button here. So this is one of the things I've learned, and why this campaign is so successful, or has been my most successful one. If I go maximum here, so you can see, like, the last 7 days, I've only got, like, everything's going in a downward trend. So I've reduced the budget. I really need to shut this off. But I'm just reducing the budget instead of shutting it off. So maximum 51, 52, 53 purchases in 2 months. Like, I'm very, very happy with that. I couldn't be, I probably could be more happy with that, but I'm really pleased with this. You guys can all see this, right? Please tell me that if you can't see the ad account. But what I did here was I went in, and I'll just go in. I'm just going to go in and show you the ad that I did. So I have the tier here is I'm targeting specific countries. I'm spending $40 a day right now. I was spending $80 a day on this. I was up to 80. Now I've reduced it. And again, I'm just going to shut it off as soon as the new ads are done, which will hopefully be within the next week. But I've changed the age, so 35 to 65 plus, and then countries. So let's look at the countries that I'm targeting. And the countries all came from YouTube. So the countries are right here: Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, New Zealand, United States, South Africa. Those are the top countries on YouTube that watch my videos and opt into my list. So that's exactly what I targeted here on this particular campaign, and nothing else. Everything is wide open. There's a lot of ad agencies and a lot of ad experts out there that'll tell you, you got to do these lookalike audiences and this detailed targeting. And it's like, no, it's like trying to beat the stock market. Like, you're not going to beat the stock market. You're not going to beat the Facebook people. They know how to find your audience if you just let them. So you just give them, like, the keys to the car and let them drive it, right? Make good ads. The copy that you have in your ads, like, so here's my best performing ad, which is a reel that I recorded of me literally walking down the street and recording it while I was crossing the road. I was, like, crossing a highway, and I was filming this ad. This thing performed really, really well because of the realness of it, right? Like, here's this guy performing an ad. He's talking about mindset. He's talking about overthinking everything, and here he is recording the ad. And a lot of people liked this one. They could relate to it, so they clicked and they bought. And they joined the group. And the copy here is right here, which is, if I can record this ad in the middle of a noisy street while people are staring at me, you can start the business you've been thinking about for 3 years. Like, the copy here is really good. I spent a lot of time on this. Now, here's where I got blown up, and here's where it's starting to fatigue as well, is it used to be a $5 a month group, right? And I left that in there. And I changed it to $9, even though the annual is still $5 per month if you choose the annual. And people really got upset. Some people got upset about that. Some people didn't care. But here's the reason that I never changed the ad. So hopefully you can see this. I'm going to make sure that you can. So let's go to Facebook posts with comments. Can you guys see this? I probably got to share this tab instead. Okay. So this is the post, right, on Facebook. And the reason I didn't change it is because all of my community members were commenting on it, talking about how good it was. All for $5. So glad I joined this group. Great community to join. Brian is a genius. Of course, I paid everyone to say this. Just kidding, I didn't. And then I've got folks like this who are like, FYI, it's $9 a month. I mean, they'll never join, right? It's just, they just like to, they got nothing else better to do. It's $9 a month. And then I said, yeah, it is. Recent price change. If you choose the annual plan, it's $60, still $5 a month. Then I got this lady yelling at me, but then change your ad. Here's why I didn't change the ad. Because if I change anything about the ad, like anything, like if I go in and say, okay, now it's $9 a month, then all of this goes away. All of this social proof goes away. And I promise you that when people come and read this ad and they see these comments, that helps them with their decision to buy. It's like, oh, other people are saying good things about this community. So when I change these ads, like all this is going to go away. And I just wasn't willing to make that trade. I was willing to take a little bit of heat. And again, those people are never joining anyways. And very, very few people called me out on it. But the social proof part is really, really important. And something that I'll just build up again. Like when I run these ads, okay, and I'll look at, I'll go into my community here in just a second and show you how I do this, right? So if you have a Skool community, and I'll go into Mindset Skool in here in a minute, my ads, just launched Mindset Skool ads. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to go back into the Skool community, and I learned this from another Skool group that I was in. You guys can see this, right? Yes? Okay. And let me know if my audio is bad too, because I've had a couple of people comment on the audio getting like jumbled. So let me know if the audio is good. Anyone, please. When I launched the ads, again, this is on June 27th, literally the day that I launched them. I just told my community about it. I said, hey, I just launched it. And I wanted them to vote, right? I used a strategy that I've recently learned, and I'll be monitoring performance over the next 2 days. And the strategy is not to do all this targeting, was just to launch the ads and let Facebook do its thing. And I said, okay, here are the 3 ads. And you might even see one pop up. And if you do, feel free to leave a comment, right? Feel free to leave a comment on it. If you feel like I've earned it, like it's a very subtle ask. You can say it at whatever you want. The more people see real humans in the comments, the more people like you join. And then I gave the links to each ad and I had them vote on it, right? Which one do you like the best? And then everyone voted most people voted for the walking down the street one, which happened to be the best performing one. So they knew which one was going to perform the best. And that one ended up performing the best. So this stuff works, guys. And then I had a bunch of people comment in here and it worked out really, really well. So I'll do that again. What I probably will do is I'll probably record like maybe 4 or 5 ads. I'll load them up into the group, into Mindset Skool, and I'll have them vote on which one they like the best. And then I'll say in the comment, rank the other 2, because I want 3 ads. I want 3 running at the same time. And I'll say, give me your favorite in the poll, and then tell me the other 2 that you like, in the next 2 that you like the best. That's a great way to get feedback and data. And you don't need hundreds of people in there to do that. Like I have hundreds of people in there, but when I first started, I didn't have really anybody in there. I just had maybe like 10, 15, 20 people, and then just kept building it. But when I built my Skool group, and I will absolutely show you this because I'll let you guys look at the classroom here of Mindset Skool, because this is how I built the whole thing and how you can use your Skool group as a way to get market research. Like, I want your free Skool community as a way to do market research. Okay. So you guys can see this, hopefully. Yes. The Start Here course. None of this stuff was here when I opened up the group. This has all been built. This was the only thing that was here. And in the beginning, it was probably like the first four of these. And the first one is a welcome video, which is just like, hey, this is my pinned post still to this day. You can see April 1st is when I opened up the group, and it's still pinned today. It's the number one post inside of my community, right? And it just says, leave a comment, welcome yourself. And there's 271 comments. So this gets a lot of engagement here. Then it's like, hey, here's how you use the community. Then how did you find it? So I wanted people to say, tell me how they found me so that I know where my lead gen comes from. Another poll. 70 majority of people are finding me on YouTube. So if you're going to open up your group, that's a great thing for you to do, is where are people coming from? And then I asked a question, which was their roadblock. Like, this is how I know that overthinking is the thing that stops, or sorry, this is research phase. Where are you at with your business? Like, are you in research phase, launch but no sales? I put a video out on this yesterday, so I won't overkill this, but 100 people voted, 71% are in research phase. Research. Everyone's researching what they should be doing. Then they get a call with me. I give them a CTA to subscribe to YouTube, to the YouTube channel. So I get subscribers that way, even though most people find me on YouTube anyways. And then because they're all affiliates. I give them two of my favorite things, which is Loom and ChatGPT. And then I give them what we're going to cover, right? What we're going to cover in this course, which is basically in this community, which is basically me telling them, we're going to break through your roadblocks, but I want you to vote in the poll. Like, what is the thing that's keeping you back? What's your biggest mental hurdle? I gave them 5 options: imposter syndrome, analysis paralysis, overthinking, fear of failure, perfectionism. 106 votes. Overthinking is half the votes. 51 people voted overthinking. A lot of people voted all of the above. Like, they said, hey, I really want to vote for all of them. Like, that's how bad it is. This is how I know that overthinking is the thing that blocks people. And that's why it's in all of my stuff, where fear, overthinking, and doubt go to die. Mindset Skool is where overthinking ends, because this is what's keeping people stuck. So I didn't know that in the beginning, because this was just very basic. I didn't have any of this stuff when I first launched this group, but I do now. And it was because I asked everybody, right? I went and I asked everybody exactly what their challenges were, what their roadblocks were. And you can do that with a free community, right? And the way that I would look at doing this now, if I could start over, because I do have two Skool groups, and it's okay for me to manage. I can manage it. I really don't do anything else, but I would open up a free Skool community, and I would probably keep it free for a long time. I might not ever charge money for it. And I would just start talking about a topic that I was interested in, or that I knew something about, or that I was good at, right? Like, I was a sales guy for a long time, so maybe I could start something on cold calling, right? Or just whatever. I mean, I essentially did that with Mindset Skool, because the reason that my 27th side hustle worked and the other 26 failed was because I fixed what was in between the years here, right? I fixed my mindset. And that's why Mindset Skool works so well, because I lived all that stuff and I can relate to people. But if I were to start a brand new group, I could start a free group, and I would just start talking about it. And the first thing that I would do, because this is where people start to get nervous, is they open up the group, and it's like, okay, now I got to like do all this content and stuff. And here's what the first thing that I would do is, if I didn't know anybody, if I didn't have an email list or anything like that, because I have the luxury of having a large email list, and I have a lot of followers. But what if you don't have any followers? What if you don't have an email list? Well, you just grab this thing right here, your cell phone, and you go through your contacts. You go through all of your social media contacts, and you start looking at people that you can invite, that to your free group. And you can just simply tell them, you can DM on socials, you could post on socials, you can text people like, hey, I started this free community. It's for people who want to fix their mindset, right? And finally launch a business. Do you know anyone who would want to join? Question mark. End. Like that's not me directly asking them to join. That's me asking them if they know anybody. And people always want to help people. So if you ask them like, "Hey, do you know anyone?" Oh yeah, everyone knows somebody. And then they introduce you. So if you can do that to 10 people and they all know 3 to 5 people, all of a sudden now instead of 10 people, it's 30 or it's 50. And then you can quickly get people in the group. And when you then the other hang up is, okay, well, what do I do? What do I put in the community? I have to have all these courses and all this content built out. It's like, no, you don't. It's very simple. When I started Mindset School, I had just a few videos. I had a welcome post and I scheduled a call. And I told everybody in the group, I said, you guys are going to help me build this thing. So your participation in the polls that I'm taking is really, really important. Like go through the start of your course, answer all the stuff, and you're gonna help me shape this thing. Like you're gonna have a say in how this goes. And that's exactly how I built the whole thing. I got the data from them, I brought the people together, and then I made stuff for them that now I was charging money for the group, but if from a free standpoint, I would have free stuff that they could consume that would help them. And then as I continued to engage and interact with the group, I would find out what was really challenging them. And then I would build something based on that would solve the problem and I would charge them money for it. So in the example of Mindset School, because I have sold, even though it started as a $5 community and now it's a $9 per month community and soon going up to $17. So if you guys want to go into Mindset School, like, I mean, this is my one pitch for you. If you want to join Mindset School, the group I just showed you, it's going up to $17 per month. And soon, I don't know when, but soon. And it does come with a 7-day free trial. So you can literally get in there for free. And I do a one-to-one call with you and you can leave the group. Like I can't make it any easier for you. If you truly want to start a business or you want to learn from me, or if you think I'm your guy, like go join the group. Free trial. But what I do now is I sell stuff inside of the classroom, right? So I'll make offers for people to upgrade to annual. So as an example, like the workshop that I'm doing this Saturday that walks you through how I built Mindset School. I'm going to share everything that I did to build the group to 215 members in from 0 to 215 in under 5 months. And I'm going to give a bunch of assets. Like I'm going to give all my about page slides. I'm going to give my classroom slides. I'm going to share my chat GPT prompt that will write your about page copy for you. It's going to be some cool stuff. I went to my members and I said, a lot of you might want to come to just this workshop on Saturday. And I'm also going to build a course. And I told them some of this stuff too. And I said, would you want that? Would you be interested in that? And I said, I need about 15 people to say yes, 15 to 20 people to say yes. And everyone, I can show you the thread. It's pretty awesome. So here's what I did. All right. So here it is. This will be the last screen share that I do for you guys, or maybe second to last. So here is Mindset School. All right. So this is how I do everything. And then I say another wild idea I want to run by you. And I send this to my email list as well. So I say to them, I've got this idea. I'm going to workshop 5 is coming up this Saturday. A lot of you are starting communities. You're thinking about it. This is something that you would want. And I just say, here's the idea. If you're on an annual membership, you'll get the workshop, all my assets, the about page prompt, the new course, and then I'll do a Loom video. So I'll walk through your school group and I'll do a Loom like breakdown. I'll do a critique, right? Or tell you what to fix, what looks good. If you're an annual member, you're in. If you're on a monthly, upgrade to annual that you're in. My question is this something you'd actually want? If not, I just say down here, if you don't want it, you save me a bunch of time creating something that nobody wants because I got to spend time doing this. And then a bunch of people came in here and said that they wanted it. And then I sent it to my email list and a few people said they wanted it too. So I launched the thing. Now it's open. Now it's live. So anybody who upgrades to annual inside, and the reason that I did this, and this is something that I'll teach in the workshop and I teach in Mindset School, is you can create something once and sell it a bunch of different ways. You can create something one time and sell it a bunch of different ways, especially if you do a live workshop. So I did a live workshop, which I sold. The first one I ever did, I sold it for $50. You can come for 2 hours and watch me. I broke down my entire YouTube channel. And then after that, I made the replays available inside of Mindset School for annual members. So they went from monthly to annual. So I make money that way, but it also gets them to commit to the annual so that I don't have members leaving and my churn goes down. Then, or my churn goes up, sorry. Then I had an idea off of that. I said, well, that workshop worked out really well. I made about 1,500 bucks doing that workshop for 2 hours of my time. I mean, it cost me more time to do it, to put it together, but it was essentially 2 hours and 30 people purchased it. $50 each was pretty awesome. And then people upgraded to annual to get the workshops. Then I had the idea for 6 more. I'm like, I'll do 6. I'll do the whole thing. I'll do 6 workshops, which is lead generation. I'll do one on sales. I'll do one on how to create a lead magnet. I'll do one on how do I write emails. I'll do one on Skool. And then I'll do one on how I put all the workshops together. That's the bonus one. And that will be done when I get back in September. So I sold that as a series, as a package. And I put together, like you would get a one-to-one call with me. So I just want you to think about this as I walk through this. So I created that, sold it one time, right? I sold the workshop, and I used, what I did is anyone who was in, so it was $250 for the 6 workshops. Basically, you got one for free and you get a one-to-one call with me. And then anyone who joined my mastermind, which is a 4-figure, at the time it was $1,000. Now it's 2,000, but at the time it was $1,000. And anyone who joined the mastermind group got the workshops for free. So people who were thinking about the mastermind and willing to spend the $250, they just made the decision. Hey, I want to be in the mastermind anyway. I want you to coach me. I want to be at a higher level. I know I'll get the workshops. I had a bunch of people join. So that idea worked really, really well. And I'm still doing the workshops. And then my son had a birthday. So I created the workshops one time and I sold the actual workshops, but I also sold people into the mastermind because they wanted to get the workshops for free. So that's 2 different ways. The third way was my son turned, his birthday was recent, like about 10 days ago. And I did a birthday sale. My son starting high school, and I did a birthday sale, and I sold the replays to the workshops pre-sale, and I sold them for $50. They're normally $97. It's inside of Mindset School. For $50, you can buy all the replays, just replays, no calls with me. You just get, it's like a course, right? You just get the whole thing and all the assets. And I sold several of those. And now I'm selling just the workshop for Skool by upgrading to an annual member. So that's like 4 or 5 different ways that I've sold this thing, creating it one time. So I want you to think about that when you're with your business, is that you can repurpose stuff. You don't have to constantly be creating new things. You can just sell them in different ways. And with a workshop, it's very easy because the replay has value. The replay has value. Like, not everyone can come live and they would rather just get the replay and watch it. And I've had great feedback on the replays. Like, people who are watching it are leaving testimonials saying, like, these replays are really good. I'm so glad I bought them. And it's dirt cheap. Like, I'm really making it a no-brainer offer. Like a 6-hour course of me literally walking through my entire business, screen share. Like, I'd go through everything. I walk through my funnel. I walked through, I built a lead magnet. I walked through my entire YouTube process. I gave them assets on how to create YouTube videos, like how I went from, 1,100 subscribers to 12,000 plus subscribers in a short amount of time. Like, I gave them all of that. And I gave them the ability to ask questions too, which is what everybody wants. They wanted, the thing that they said about the workshop, because I asked for feedback, was I liked that I could ask questions and get them answered. And I didn't have to wait until the end. Like it was a small group format, because about maybe 28, 27 people showed up, which is a pretty good show rate. Maybe 25. It was somewhere, it was a high percentage show rate, but they loved the small group vibe. And that's what I sold on the rest of it. As I said, okay, these are going to be small group vibe, just like you liked. I'm not going to do a bunch of PowerPoint presentations. I'm not going to talk for 90 minutes and then give you a $3,000 pitch at the end. Like I'm saying, I'm not pitching. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Like you paid to be here. You get to ask questions. And everyone really liked that. So, which is why when I announced the other 6 workshops, they knew what they were going to get. So I had repeat buyers, right? So that could be something that you could do in your Skool community if you decide to start one, is you can do live workshops. And you don't have to charge $50 like I do, and you don't have to do an hour or 2 hours. You can do an hour, right? Or you can just do them in your free Skool community as practice. And then as you get better and better, you can use workshops as lead magnets. Or you could use something like this, like a live YouTube stream, like I'm doing right now, to build awareness to your channel and to your free community. And I'm telling you, if you do this long enough and you show up daily for a long period of time, like you're going to grow, you are going to grow a Skool community pretty fast. Like, and I'm almost getting to the point where, like, I built Mindset Skool using Facebook ads and using YouTube. That's how I built it. And a little bit of Instagram, but it's mostly been ads and my email list and YouTube. But I don't get the email list if I don't build my YouTube channel. And I got 215 paid members. Now, sure, I have a $5 group. I have a non-dial. I get it. But people still have to sign up. Like they gotta want to spend the money and stick around. And it's really because I show up. Like I'm very present. So I make 3 to 4 YouTube videos a week. I come live. I'm very active in the group. I run ads. Like my offer is being told all the time. Do I have the best offer? Do I have the best community on Skool? Probably not. No, I don't. But I show up a lot, a lot. And that's the key. And too many people get caught up in the stuff that doesn't really move the needle, which is, everything has to be perfect. Like the graphics got to look awesome. The text has got to be awesome. Like guys, when I started Mindset Skool, it looked like shit. I mean, I'm not kidding. I had like a crooked image that I had ChatGPT generate. It wasn't even called Mindset Skool. I don't even know what was on the about page. It wasn't anything that was super awesome. It was very bare bones. And I was just simply of the mindset, like, I'm just launching this thing. I'm hitting the go button. I'm not going to overthink it. How dare I start a group about how to cure overthinking when I overthink launching the group? Like I just hit the thing and go. And I was doing it to prove a point. Now, obviously, yes, I want to make money and I wanted it to be a thing. I thought that there was a need for it, but my audience validated it. But I also built it in a way where I didn't overthink it. And I don't overthink stuff because it hasn't helped me. Overthinking has never helped me. Really, it hasn't. Research to the moon has never helped me. And for those of you who are in here watching me, it probably hasn't helped you either. So I just launched the thing and I talk to people every single day. I talked to somebody just recently before I went live who has been thinking about doing the same thing for over 5 years. And I'm like, what are you doing? I know what he's doing. I know what they're doing, right? They're trying to get certainty, which is if I do this thing, I need certainty that it's going to work. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of the awful news, but there's no such thing. You can't plan your way to a perfect business. Like you're gonna have stuff happen to you that you can't possibly see. It's just going to happen. So you might as well just embrace that now and understand that that's okay. Like every business has crap. Everyone. If you watch my most recent YouTube video, I went through the 6 stages of success of why people side hustle hop all the time. I would encourage you to watch that one. I really would, because it'll give you a deep understanding of why you keep going in this cycle of starting something, doing for a little bit, and then when it gets difficult, you move to the next shiny object. Like that, I repeated that pattern for 15 years. 15 years. So check that video out. It's like 15 minutes long, I think, tops. And it was something that I shared inside of my mind, my mastermind. Sorry. And now it's on my YouTube channel. And it was something I did about 6 months ago. And I was looking for content ideas, and I was like, "Oh, this video." I remember one of my members came and said, and watched it and said, "Oh, this is really good. I'm a little late here. This is an old one, but this is really good." So I repurposed it. I took the exact video. Now, is it going to go viral? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Do I care? No, I don't care, because I need to continue to show up, right? Still repeating it myself. Good afternoon. Yeah. Did you watch that one yet? The 6 stages of success? But I just tagged an intro on it. Like I just said, I just queued it up. Like I did a hook and I said, I shot this video. I recorded this video 6 months ago for my mastermind group, and it's super important. And I want you to watch it all the way through. I didn't edit it at all. I cut one part out that wasn't relevant, but I didn't edit the video. It was just me on a Loom video sharing my screen. And then I did an outro, and that was it. I got the video posted, and I didn't really have to create anything new. I could have redone it, but I just said, you know what? I think people might like this, like, behind the scenes raw type of video where I'm not over edited, more of like a live version, what kind of like what I'm doing now. So that's what I did. We'll see how it performs. Let's see. So far, what is it doing now? I don't think it's doing so great. 95 views in the first 5 hours. So people are watching it, but they're not. The one of the funny things about YouTube is, like, some stuff just doesn't get shown to people. Like YouTube just doesn't push it out. So there's not really a lot I can do, but I always look at, I'm getting the reps in, right? Like I'm getting the reps in. And that to me is really important, because if I don't post, then I'm never going to get people on my email list. Like it's just, that's a fact of life. So I'm just on this path of, I need to make sure that I do the repetitions. I need to make sure that I post my 3 long form videos every single week, because I made that commitment on May the 1st of this year, where I said, I need to get serious about YouTube. I need to make content for the platform. And I've got 8 months left. And if I make 3 videos per week, I will have created 100 YouTube videos by the end of the year. And let me just tell all of you in this room right now, there is no way that I am not doing that. Like I will make the 100 videos. It's guaranteed, because I know that if I do the 100 videos, that the worst thing that would happen, the worst possible thing that would happen in that scenario, is that I will be that much better at making YouTube videos. Like that's the worst thing that could happen, right? The best case scenario would be that I got monetized on YouTube. Like I monetized my channel. I grew my subscriber count. I made more money. I grew my Skool communities. I got more clients. And that has already happened. Within 9 days of launching my new strategy, which was to post 3 times a week, I hit the YouTube lottery. I got monetized. It took me about 12 to 15 days to get monetized, but May 1st is when I made this commitment and this decision. It was either May the 7th or May the 9th, where I launched the last side hustle video ever, which a lot of you watched, and is the one that is pinned to my page, my homepage. That thing's got 169,000 views, 5,600 subscribers. 5,600 subscribers, added several thousand people to my email list, literally blew up my business overnight. And if I had just kept and quadrupled the size of Mindset School, added brought a whole bunch of people into my network from all over the world. And if I don't make that video, then I'm sitting here beating my head against the wall trying to figure out how do I get more people into my groups and onto my email list. So it all came from, and these are three words that I live by, which is decide, commit, focus. So I made a decision, right? I made a decision that I was going to take YouTube seriously and go all in on YouTube. And I'm largely ignoring the other platforms. I don't really post on Instagram or TikTok. I don't post on Facebook. I run ads. So I let ads handle that part so that I always have stuff going. So I made the decision, right? Decide, commit. I committed. I committed to 3 videos per week. And some weeks I do 4. One week I did 5. So I'm hitting the 3. It's not happening. And then the focus is making sure that I'm showing up and that I'm doing when I'm doing the videos, like I'm doing the videos and I'm focused on the videos, and that I'm also saying no to other stuff. Like I'm saying no to Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and all these other platforms where people are like, oh, I got to be everywhere. I don't want to miss out. It's like, no, I could build my entire business on YouTube by simply just continuing to show up all the time. And those 3 words really, really have helped me. And it's something that I talk to the members a lot about is the first thing you have to do is make a decision. Like the longer you delay your decision, the more it hurts, the more money you lose, the more angry you get, the older you get, the more life passes you by. It's like, why are we the amount of energy, and I didn't invent this. I'm paraphrasing Hormozy here, Alex Hormozy. But I listened to an interview that he gave once and he said, the amount of effort and energy and time that you should spend deciding to do something should be zero. Zero. I was like, oh man, he's right. Like zero. While you're waiting to decide, while I'm waiting to decide, my competition is kicking my ass. They've already done it. They've already decided. They're already out there doing it. And I'm losing money for every day that I don't do it. Like you guys think, I'm not, I say you, I'm just saying, you in general, the world. You all think that you're going to lose a bunch of money if you get into business. Well, you're right. You're going to lose the money that you don't make. You're going to lose the money that you don't make, not the money that you invest in yourself. Or if sign up for a service or you buy a coaching program, like you're going to lose the money that you don't make by sitting on your ass, right? And yes, great comment, Badger. If you're doing it and it fails, at least you learned how to not do it that way. So many people would never say that. They would just simply say, "Oh, well, I failed. It doesn't work. I proved myself right." Whereas, no, now you know not what to do, what not to do. Now you know what not to do, which is data. Like all of those failed attempts, it's just data. It's information that you can use and take it to the next one. Like me trying and quitting, I don't look at it as a failure. Like I quit. I started 26 side hustles. I quit on all of them. I didn't fail. I just gave up, right? And I did something else. I went to the next thing. So there was no failure. I just quit. And I quit because it got hard, right? Or because I just wasn't committed. I wasn't focused. I definitely wasn't focused, but I wasn't committed. And I had unrealistic expectations about what the business should look like. And the reason I tell this story a lot, I'm going to tell it again, but the reason the 27th one worked was number one, I fixed my mindset, which is why Mindset School exists. Like all the things that I did to have a successful 27th attempt is in Mindset School. Like that's why I started that group, because I don't believe that businesses fail. The business owners are not ready. They're not mentally ready because they have a W-2 mindset. And the W-2 mindset, or the 9 to 5 mindset, is I work, I get paid. I work, I get paid. When you come into business, you work and you don't get paid. That's hard for a lot of people to grasp that concept because they're so used to working and getting paid. I get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid every week. I get paid twice a month, whatever it is. In my real estate business, I worked for 4 months and didn't collect a dime. And then I collected a check that wasn't that big and I had to split it with somebody else. It was like it wasn't amazing. Now, sure, we could all probably launch a $10 PDF and sell it and make some money, but you're not going to retire off of that. This requires a long-term commitment. When I joined the real estate mastermind, which I'm no longer involved with anymore because I hate real estate, I didn't like the business. The guy said to me, he's like, "You need to commit to this for 3 years." No one had ever told me that before. It was like, "Oh, this will happen really fast, and you really won't have to do a lot of work or extend a lot of effort." And I fell for all that crap, and we all do, right? We all fall for the $10,000 in 90 days, working 20 minutes a week. We haven't seen that, right? And the reality of it is, this stuff takes like I thought about I mean, I'll be very open and upfront here about what I used to earn in the W-2 world, but I made multiple six figures in my 9 to 5 job. And it took me 20 something years to get there. Like it didn't just happen overnight. Yet I thought, just like so many people I meet, that I could replace that salary in 6 months, 90 days, doing half the work because I'm competing against my job, my 9 to 5 job. And also I'm doing 2 or 3 different things at the same time. I'm doing 2 or 3 different side hustles to replace a multiple six-figure income, and I have limited time and I have a family. It's just egotistical. That's all it was. It was egotistical and I was super uninformed. And I really thought that I could do that. And I haven't yet to meet a person on planet Earth that has been able to do that in that time frame. Best advice I ever received from a brother in faith who made $1 million business from an idea. When you reach 80%, go ahead and execute your plan. Who made $1 million plus business from an idea. When you reach 80% to execute, go ahead and execute your plan. Yeah. Well, how come you're not following his advice? Are you following his advice? That's good stuff. Okay, listen, guys. I appreciate you coming. Check out Mindset School. I got a 7-day free trial. Many of you are probably in there, but you guys are crazy for not joining. I'll do a one-to-one call with you during the free trial. My kid just got home. My son just got home, and I'm a little slow some days. It's funny. You're funny. He got one of these e-bikes. Just came today, so he's like, he's happier than a pig, and you know what. So I got to go help him put it together so that he doesn't wreck the thing. Plus, he's excited and I want to see the excitement. It's like Christmas here. He's got one of those e-bikes and he paid for it himself. So that was pretty cool. He earned the money. He paid for it himself. So that's pretty awesome. All right, everyone. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one, which will be soon. Be good. Take care.